We're going to see what top real estate analyst Logan Matsushima has to say about the 2024 housing market, all next. Yes, one of the leading analysts out there in real estate. He has now come out on CNBC today, went over what he thinks is going to happen in 2024. Really excited to hear about that, as well as what is happening with California foreclosures. I know we're one of the highest states in the nation for unemployment. We are the top poverty state on top of it. So what's happening with foreclosures, as well as let's go jump in the Kobesi letter. We're going to find out what's happening there as well, all next on Real Estate Daily. Welcome everyone. My name is Troy, and every day we go over the latest news in real estate, housing, and the mortgage markets. Now, before we jump into it, do me a favor, hit that like button. I want to continue to grow this channel and get to give you the best real estate, 10 to 15 minutes in real estate on a daily basis. Now, let's jump into what Logan has to say. This was on CNBC this morning. It said 2024 housing outlook. Logan Matsushima from Housing Wire. Now, he's been around for quite a while. He's been an expert. I've been watching him way longer than, being on CNBC. And he's definitely one that that has been saying that there's been no crash coming. He said it all last year as he got a lot of naysayers all over him. He's saying it again, but let's go read what he's talking about. Mortgage rates will be restrictive enough to prevent existing sales from growing. This is a big, big statement. What that means is that we're just not going to see a whole lot of homes more sold in 2024 than we saw in 2023 and 2022. Why? We just don't have as the inventory is not there. If the inventory is not there, how are they going to buy the houses themselves? Next one, it says, listings will increase, though this is to be in part to builders. So they're saying that, yeah, there might be more houses at the market, but it'll be builders that are building. We just saw some of the builder sentiment that came out. Looks like the number of starts went slightly down, but the number of permits went way above what was expected. And because of that, we're looking at a fairly rosy, at least for the first 6 months, of the new builds hitting the market, because a lot of permits were pulled way more than what was expected. All right, what else? He says more sellers are entering the housing market. So that's what he's saying. Okay, and a lot of it has to do with, yes, new home builds. It says Logan Matsushima, Housing Wire leading analyst, joins the exchange to discuss 2024 housing looks, the state of existing versus new home sales, and more. All right, Logan, good job, brother. All right, let's jump to Kobesi letter. This is on X, and of course, what we continue to see is, because it's the worst run state, because of the commissioner, Ricardo Lara, as well as our governor, Gavin Newsom, just cannot get their foot out of their mouth and continue to hurt this state, especially on the housing market front. Says just in, California lost 187,000 residents in 2023 for the 7th straight annual decline, according to Reventure. So imagine every year that our governor and our state, one of our state commissioners are in power, we continue to lose people. Well, of course, we're not going to count homeless, because we definitely we're the highest homeless rate of anywhere in the United States, and we continue to jump up. One of the campaign things that Governor Newsom was campaigning why he should be governor was that he was going to lower it. Since he's come here, we're over 300% higher. 3 times higher, and he ran on the notion that he was lowering, believe it or not, homeless. Crazy. And now what we're doing is we're just going to give them free health care, of course, free housing. We're going to pay for all of them. And you know what? Sanctuary state, come on down. And that's why the state continues to show that we are in such impoverished times right now. Again, highest poverty rate, one of the lowest education rates. I mean, my gosh, why would people leave California? My Lord, with all that good stuff going on. This brings a 7-year total of 1.3 million people leaving California. In 2022 alone, nearly 415,000 people left the state for California. Now, I'm thinking that the 187 to 415, people just can't afford to move, or they would move, or we're now starting to count homeless, or we're counting people crossing the border. We're counting something, because And almost all my sellers are selling, are not moving into the state, or not moving somewhere in the state. They are leaving the state. They are out. They're Audi 5000, my friend. All right, let's jump into the next article here. California foreclosure filings climb 41% off pandemic lows. It says in 2023, jump in foreclosure activity is worrisome pattern. Well, we are one of the highest unemployed states, and we continue to hand out money to people that are unemployed. So we give them all the incentives to stay home and not to do anything. What did you expect? And on top of that, we can't even have the governor even balance the budget. All those bureaucrats in Sacramento, and we went from a $70 billion surplus in 2022 or 2021 to a complete dismantling of the budget, and now we're $62 billion in the hole, and we continue to spend just like the boys in Washington, frivolously, out of control, and we can't stop spending until we go bankrupt. And that's exactly what I think he's headed towards. That's exactly what I feel that he's trying to do, is he's bankrupt this state and he wants to rip it up, and CBDCs are on the way, brother. It's on the way. I think that's their term. If you can bankrupt the system, come back and redo it again while they're going to hand out stimmies, but a different type of stimmy, and we'll get in that later, but it's a way to keep everybody happy and broke. What did Klaus Schwab of the WEF do? What did he say? He said, everyone's going to own nothing and be happy. And that's what the agenda is here in California. We know that's a fact. All right. Before we jump into the interest rates, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to give you the best 5 to 10 minutes in real estate on a daily basis. And I'm going to tell you the truth. What's going on? I'm not going to keep feeding BS that I keep seeing on the media about we're crashing. Because if I were to listen to the media, we would have crashed in 2022. We would have crashed every month of 2023. We're crashing in January of 2024. Yet, I challenge anyone out there, especially in this state of California, anyone, go to an open house, go to Zillow, pop in an open house, go to 2 or 3, see how many people show up. Stop listening to the garbage that you're looking at, all day on social media and on the media. Go to an open house and tell me if there's no one there, or talk to the agent that's there, figure that out, because that's going to tell you what's happening in the real estate market. My phone rings, that means people are looking for homes. If my phone doesn't ring, there's no real estate activity. I'm booked. I've been showing homes. This is the earliest I've been showing homes now in the last 5-10 years. I never showed homes the first or second weekends of January. My phone doesn't stop ringing. I actually showed homes on Martin Luther King Day. People can't wait, man. They've got to own a property. All right, so let's go look at it. Did see a jump here in conforming, went up 10 basis points. We're at 6.71 still respectable. FHA, pretty flat right there. 6.45, still under 6.5. So we did see that little bump, right? Let's go take a look right there. Saw that little uptick right here. So that's conventional. That's FHA right there. So we saw the little jump. Okay. So you're saying, what's a 10-year? Well, the 10-year bond went down today. Oops. Well, I got to show it to you. It'd be nice. 10-year bond went down. It like I said, it's going over 4s. It's going to bump his head on the 200-day moving average, and it's going to fall. So there's going, in my eyes, I don't see it going to 4 or 5. I see it going to under 4 before it goes to 4 or 5, if it ever goes to 4 or 5 again this year. Just my opinion. I know Logan, if we go back to Logan, he talked about rates being 5.75 to 7%. So he's already playing the middle right now, because the middle is what's happening. If the rates go under 6, we're going to see sellers put their houses on the market. And I told you, as we get to the lower 5s, it's going to be a rush of people, especially if they can get arms in the 4s. Bingo. Great moment in time at that moment. So, all right, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow. You guys have a fantastic Thursday.